Tonight at 5, why some say severe weather in our area may be to blame for a house fire in Lodi.
Plus, a community rallies around a Waukesha County officer and his family after a 3-year-old dies in a tragic accident.
And an alert day has more severe weather and possible flooding heading to southern Wisconsin. We'll have everything you need to know. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. An alert day has been issued for tonight and tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio with the details. Gary?
You know, temperatures are very chilly, but we've had hail-producing thunderstorms over parts of southern Wisconsin, and right now there is a severe thunderstorm warning for the far southeastern portion of Dodge County until 5:15. This is for another hail-producing storm east of Highway 67, but at this point it looks like that storm will move out of Dodge County pretty quickly. It's part of a line of thunderstorms that developed from northern Dane County and southern Columbia County and moved almost due east over the same general area, and you can see that line of storms now heading toward the northern portion of the Milwaukee area, but it left in its wake a small area of about 3 inches or more of rain from southern portions of Columbia County around Portage and Poinette eastward into the southern portions of Dodge County south of Juneau. And a flash flood warning remains in effect until 5:15 for parts of Columbia and, or actually just Columbia County right now because of the heavy rain threat, as well as another flash flood warning for parts of Dodge County. But you can see while those storms are moving off to the east, the next batch of storms starting to fire up across parts of western Iowa where severe thunderstorm and tornado watches have been issued. Tomorrow there is a severe weather threat here, at least a level 1 or marginal threat for isolated severe thunderstorms, but we do have an alert day in the forecast not only for the severe weather threat, which could include an isolated tornado, but also for heavy rain. Those areas that have already seen flooding could see more flooding occur if we get heavier rain overnight into tomorrow. Temperatures are in the 30s over Dodge County, even though there's a severe thunderstorm warning there. But notice, just south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, temperatures rise into the 50s and 60s. So once that warmer air gets here, we'll see more intense thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Right now, 41 in Madison, 41 in Middleton, and look for temperatures to stay in the middle 40s through the evening hours with some showers or a thunderstorm possible in a few spots. Later on, I'll take a look at the timing of the next batches of storms that will come through and what happens after the cold front moves through.
All right, Gary, thank you. And severe weather today may have claimed a home in Lodi as well as 2 pets. Our News 3 Now team was there as that home burned.
Our Andrew Banstra talked to the homeowners and explains why some think the storms are to blame.
The homeowners and neighbors told me they believe the fire started when lightning struck right on this west side of the home and scorched half the building.
My house is gone.
Carrie Berberich was at work at 10 a.m. when her coworker called and said that her house was on fire.
So we come running, obviously, and we think it got hit by lightning.
Her son said when the lightning struck, the house shook him awake.
Sadness, sheer sadness.
Neighbors told News 3 Now they also heard the lightning strike, but didn't know where it was.
Yeah, I heard a lightning strike.
During a hailstorm, the original call came in from the Wisconsin riverbank at 10:28 a.m. Over a dozen departments responded.
When the crews get on site, it would have been the A side or the western side of the house was already fully involved at that point. Crews went right into fire attack, tried to knock that out.
As the family watched on, firefighters saved what they could.
Everything we own is in that house.
And have not deemed the home a total loss.
I don't even know what's going to happen now. It's like I'm 5 months pregnant. I have a 2-year-old. She's got a 10-month-old. I'm like, this is devastating.
Lodi Fire told News 3 Now the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Right now we're in the salvage mode, trying to get as much of their personal belongings as we can.
While nobody was hurt, the homeowners did lose 2 pets. In Lodi, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
The American Red Cross is setting up somewhere for the family to stay. If a GoFundMe for the family is set up, we'll share it with you and with this article and story on channel3000.com.
New at 5, a community is rallying around an Oconomowoc officer and his family after the unexpected death of their 3-year-old. Jefferson County deputies have not released the details about the incident, but say it was a tragic accident that happened on private property over the weekend. State Representative Barbara Dietrich of Oconomowoc spoke to us about the incident and Officer Adam Germanis.
Being a mom myself, I was just really heartbroken to hear it. And Officer Germanis is one of those people who always has a smile on his face. You know, people in the community love him, And, you know, just he's one of those few people no one has a bad word to say about him.
A GoFundMe page has already raised more than $40,000 to help the family cover funeral and memorial costs. A spokesperson for the family told News 3 Now they wish to thank the community for their generosity and support, but are asking for privacy at this time.
Chandler Halderson had 2 of his convictions vacated in court today after the judge in his case discovered a potential problem. More than a year ago, Halderson was convicted on 8 counts related to the murder and dismemberment of his parents. The judge discovered 2 of the charges for which he was convicted should not have been included. He found state law that said charges for hiding a corpse should have been considered as a lesser charge for the charges of mutilating a corpse. The judge vacated those lesser charges today in order to avoid having to grant a new trial.
I do believe at this time that the best course of action for this court is to, in essence, reopen and vacate the convictions on count 4 and count 8 of the amended information upon the basis that those counts should have only been presented to the jury as lesser included offenses for counts 3 and count 7.
The decision does not affect Halderson's sentence of life without parole.
A woman was hospitalized with serious injuries after the driver of a stolen vehicle crashed into her on Madison's west side. It happened Saturday afternoon on Mineral Point Road at D'Onofrio Drive. Officers say the people inside the stolen vehicle took off running after the crash. A stolen gun, they say, was later found in the vehicle. No arrests have been made. The woman injured in the crash is expected to survive. Meanwhile, Madison police are sharing some safety tips about selling items online after a man was robbed selling shoes through social media. When the man arrived at the meetup location, the buyer showed up with another man who pulled out a gun. The suspects got away with the shoes, but the victim was not hurt. Officers are still looking for the suspects. They are urging sellers to follow these tips to keep yourself safe. Meet in public places during the day. Never meet at your home, and tell someone what you're doing and where you will be. It's safer to do high-price transactions at a bank. Never pay in cash. Always keep your cell phone close in case you need to call for help.
After months of tension, budget hang-ups, and disagreements on the building's scale, the Dane County Jail Consolidation Project is seeing progress. The Black Caucus and the Sheriff's Office have reached a compromise. They're agreeing to move forward with a scaled-back version of the original jail proposal. It would be a 6-story facility that tacks on an additional $13.5 million to get it done.
Our collaboration and compromise are the reason that we're here right now. That is what it takes for us to move forward with this project, but this is also what it takes for us to be successful as a governing body.
To solidify the agreement, Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett has committed to remove federal prisoners from the county jail by November 1st. He's also pledged to work on reducing racial disparities in jail and support programming for criminal justice reform. The full county board will vote on approval tomorrow. Legislators at the Capitol are looking at a couple of different proposals to lower how much you pay in state income taxes. What do they look like and how likely are they to pass? Political reporter Will Keneally has more.
Susan, here in the state Senate, they're working on what's called a flat tax. That's where everybody pays the same tax rate. And they want to set that at 3.25%. But the Assembly is working on a different proposal. Have 2 tax brackets, with the lowest paying no income tax in Wisconsin. We spoke to the bill's author about why that is needed.
The challenge that we have, I think everybody agrees, we are overtaxing. Our spending has been up tremendously. We want to continue to do that and invest in infrastructure and schools and health care here in the state of Wisconsin. But we still are running a profound amount of surplus. And so I think everybody agrees we need to hand that back.
The goal is to return the money back to taxpayers. The debate is just over how to do it. Representative John Mocco likes the Senate flat tax idea, but says it isn't feasible right now. On the flip side, Governor Evers says he wants a targeted middle-class tax cut instead of the Republican proposals. We'll hear more from him coming up tonight at 6. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
This comes on the heels of a state Senate session today. The chamber passed a handful of bills, including a bill that would double the fines for reckless driving. It now heads to the governor's desk.
The Supreme Court has extended its deadline to decide whether to keep a commonly used abortion pill on the market. The Biden administration has asked the justices to block a ruling from a federal judge in Texas who revoked FDA approval for mifepristone. The Texas judge ruled the FDA improperly approved the drug 23 years ago. An appeals court later ruled that mifepristone's approval should stand, but that amended rules allowing the prescription to be given without seeing a doctor should be halted.
We are prepared for any outcome the Supreme Court may issue, and we are prepared for a long legal fight if necessary.
That was the rule up until the Biden administration. The Fifth Circuit just said that's the rule that ought to stand. That seems very reasonable to me.
And to get a case into federal court, you have to show you've suffered some harm and have a stake in the case. That may be tough to prove when the drug has already been on the market for more than 2 decades. Critics say allowing the mifepristone ruling to stand may open the courts up to all kinds of new challenges. Coming up, Gary with more on the alert days for tonight and also tomorrow.
Plus new details in an Alabama shooting that left 4 people dead and dozens more injured. And tonight at 6, why the state superintendent is pushing for the passage of Governor Evers' biennial budget and who it would benefit.
The Dow finishes lower in midweek trading, off almost 80 points. The Nasdaq up 4, the S&P marginally lower. And we'll be right back.
Furniture and Appliance Mart is hosting a massive appliance blowout. Dishwashers start at $11 a month. Refrigerators start at $12 a month. And washer and dryer pairs start at $18 a month. Plus 72 months special financing at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Mad City, a division of Renewity, the local service you deserve, now backed by unmatched national strength. We are Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. And now we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. Receive special savings on a beautiful new cabinet refacing project. In addition to our lifetime warranty, Mad City offers a price lock guarantee. Once you receive a free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year, no matter what. Be one of 50 homeowners who call now and receive free installation on a cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Made with American biofuels, E15 saves drivers money, reduces emissions, and creates jobs in rural communities. Last year, when gas prices were spiking, President Biden extended summer sales of E15 and saved drivers nearly $1 per gallon in some areas. We can't afford higher gas prices this summer. We need the Biden administration to act again. Tell Senator Baldwin that President Biden must protect access to E15 and extend savings at the pump.
Ashley is hosting a massive inventory blowout sale. Get guaranteed lowest prices on furniture and mattresses and save even more on clearance items. Plus, low monthly payments with no money down and free delivery in 3 days or less. Only at Ashley.
There'll be a few chances for severe thunderstorms and heavy rain through tomorrow. At 6, I'll let you know when to expect the storms.
Then we compare Wisconsin's 2 competing tax plans that could make filing easier and leave you with more money in your pocket in the coming years.
Lockdown drills have created so much trauma for students that we will likely carry with us for the rest of our lives. I'm always thinking to myself, am I next? Is it me this time?
These drills are traumatizing because we have to do them.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The family of Tyree Nichols, who died after being beaten by police in Tennessee, is now suing the city of Memphis and the officers for wrongful death. The lawsuit says the officers were, quote, unqualified, untrained, and unsupervised. Video of the January incident shows 5 officers in the Memphis Scorpion unit kicking and punching Nichols. The 29-year-old died in a hospital 3 days later. The officers involved now face criminal charges. Their unit has been disbanded. Apparent human error has again been met with gunfire in the U.S. Last week it was Kansas City, now in Texas, where 2 cheerleaders were shot after getting into the wrong vehicle after practice. Laura Aguirre has more on these developing cases.
I'm Peyton Washington on Woodlands Elite Generals.
Peyton Washington, one of 2 Texas cheerleaders shot after a wrong car mix-up Tuesday. Arrested and charged is this man, 25-year-old Pedro Rodriguez Jr. Police say Rodriguez allegedly fired at the girls after Washington's teammate accidentally got into his vehicle at a carpool drop-off, thinking it was her own. That teammate, Heather Roth, was slightly wounded. Washington was critically injured and airlifted to a hospital.
I was trying to apologize to him, and then I just, halfway my window was down, he just threw his hands up, and then he pulled out a gun, and then he just started shooting at all of us.
The managing director of the girls' cheer team says that Washington is a fighter, rising to the top of her sport despite being born with 1 lung.
She's a mentor and a role model to so many kids in this industry. She's an amazing athlete, amazing kid.
In Kansas City, 84-year-old Andrew Lester pleaded not guilty to felony charges Wednesday afternoon, accused of shooting 16-year-old Ralph Yarl last week when the teen came to Lester's home by mistake. A probable cause statement reveals Lester told police he was scared to death of Yarl when he fired his gun.
This should be a federal hate crime, at least investigation. I believe that it merits federal hate crime charges and a conviction.
Yarl is recovering from gunshots in the head and arm. Attorney Lee Merritt sharing this picture on Instagram Wednesday, referring to Yarl as a walking miracle. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Well, so far, there has been no public statement from the legal representation for Andrew Lester in Kansas City, and it was not immediately clear whether Rodriguez has hired an attorney yet in that Texas case. 2
teens have been arrested in connection to last Saturday's deadly shooting at a birthday party in Alabama. 4 people were killed and more than 24 others were hurt. Police say the suspects are 16 and 17 years old and are each being charged with 4 counts of reckless murder.
Though these are 16 and 17-year-olds, we will be charging them as adults in this.
It's still unclear what led up to the shooting. Police are asking anyone who was at the dance studio that night to come forward.
Well, rain is expected to go on through tomorrow night. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi with more on this alert day and what's happening right now, Gary.
Yeah, looks like the worst of these thunderstorms have shifted off to the east. You can see severe thunderstorm warnings just outside of Dodge County now into Washington and Ozaukee counties. Those storms are moving away. They basically track right across northern portions of Dane County and southern portions of Columbia County with a narrow band of about 3 inches or more of rain right through the southern portion of Columbia County and into the southern portion of Dodge County south of Beaver Dam. Also, these storms produced quite a bit of hail. A number of reports of hail almost up to golf ball size around Poinet, around Lake Ripley, and then also about 1.5 inch diameter hailstones over toward Lake Wisconsin. River flood warnings remain in effect for the Mississippi River. They could see major flooding over the next few days. The Wisconsin River now seeing flood warnings from Juneau and Adams counties down into Columbia County. So additional rainfall certainly is not anticipated, we just don't want anymore, let's put it that way. But you can see on Doppler track, this batch of storms moving out, the next batch starting to develop across parts of South Dakota and eventually into western Iowa, where severe thunderstorm and tornado watches have been issued. And you can see the 6-hour future track radar, a squall line of thunderstorms developing and then moving eastward. Now that should reach southern Wisconsin sometime late tonight, early tomorrow morning, and we might see another round of storms after that. Storm Prediction Center does have a marginal or level 1 risk for isolated severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, but with temperatures expected to be close to 70, that might have to be bumped up. I think the threat might be a little bit higher. And so we do have a first warned weather alert day in the forecast. And also the state tornado drill for tomorrow has been postponed until Friday. Tomorrow was supposed to be the tornado drill, but severe weather is expected. And so that has been postponed until Friday. 3 things you need to know. Look for more storms off and on through early tomorrow evening. It'll also be windy. The winds will be out of the south tomorrow, so that'll get us mild weather, but it'll turn cooler on Friday and pretty chilly for the weekend. High temperatures drop back back into the middle 40s. So as we check out our forecast for tomorrow, look for a windy and milder day with a high of 69, but we'll also see some periods of showers and thunderstorms. Let's track through these on Future Track. This evening, relatively quiet. We'll see cloudy skies. Temperatures will remain on the cool side with the winds out of the east, but then you can start to see some of those showers and thunderstorms from Iowa reaching us around midnight or a little bit thereafter. And you can see maybe a couple of clusters of storms. Again, temperatures in the 40s. The hail threat will probably be the highest of any severe weather threat. Then as we head toward tomorrow morning, notice another line of storms moving through southwestern Wisconsin and racing to the northeast with temperatures in the lower 60s. Wind and hail could be a threat here. And then tomorrow afternoon, one more line of storms, and it's not out of the question there could be an isolated tornado as well. Fortunately, these storms will be moving pretty quickly, so hopefully that will limit the rainfall amounts for the flooding threat. And then once the cold front comes through, the severe weather threat ends, temperatures drop back into the 50s by tomorrow evening. Rainfall amounts generally about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, but some areas will pick up 2 or 3 inches of rain and heavier thunderstorms. It's just hard to pinpoint exactly where those will be. As we look at our first warn 7 to 10 day forecast, that alert day in the forecast for tomorrow, but then Friday, not a bad day. It'll be windy with a high of 58. Pretty chilly, though, for the weekend. Highs only in the middle 40s. Some rain showers, maybe mixed in with a few flakes of snow Friday night. Temperatures stay on the cool side for next week thanks to clouds and some off and on shower chances. Highs only in the upper 50s when we should be in the middle 60s. As we check out our first warn traffic, here's the view of the Beltline at Stoughton Road. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions on the Beltline right now. Just a couple of minor delays right around Park Street and also approaching Stoughton Road on the eastbound Beltline. Right now, a 17-minute trip on the eastbound Beltline, 15 minutes on the westbound Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, and downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue will take you 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. Airlines are looking for solutions as they anticipate losing a large number of pilots in the coming years to retirement. While an aging workforce is on the way out, training for new recruits is expensive. The Regional Airline Association is calling on Congress to raise the mandatory retirement age from 65 to 67.
No data shows a pilot is unsafe at 65, but this arbitrary line forces qualified pilots to retire when they have much to offer.
Most airlines have yet to fully restore the service cuts from the pandemic, even with record bookings. That combination is driving airfares up over last year, increasing by more than 17%, according to the latest federal inflation data.
A new study offers an explanation for why long COVID is worse for some people. That story next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Spas, spas, spas! The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
Attention homeowners, Mad City Kitchens is looking for 50 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. The first 50 homeowners will receive promotional pricing on a kitchen cabinet refacing project. We want to evaluate our exciting new cabinet refacing product lines in real kitchens, including exciting new styles and colors. And don't forget the soft close doors and drawers. Call now for your free design consultation, and with our price lock guarantee, we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Plus, 50 homeowners who call now will receive free installation on a cabinet refacing project. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts. And be sure you call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Hit the ground running in the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet. Like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport, or the Ridgeline, made more rugged with better off-road performance, and more capable with different driving modes available to conquer snow, mud, and sand. Adventure on in the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Join the circle of life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big spring thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our spring thaw sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Spas! The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Biden administration wants to continue to offer free COVID vaccines and treatments to the uninsured. The White House unveiled a $1.1 billion plan to continue its COVID program after the federal supply is exhausted. The two-part initiative would use pharmacies, local health departments, and federally supported health centers to deliver the care. Biden administration health officials say the program would run through December of 2024.
A new study finds the severity of what's known as long COVID now occurring in about 1/3 of survivors. Depends on the initial illness. Naomi Ruckham spoke with a mom in Michigan.
3 years since her initial COVID infection, Sarah Bursma still has lingering symptoms.
Sometimes things don't smell at all or taste at all, and sometimes there's things that I'm smelling that aren't even there.
The mom of 3 also has bouts of fatigue and is more prone to respiratory illness.
I just have to watch it and be very careful and treat myself a different way than I used to.
Researchers at the Northwestern Medicine Neuro COVID-19 Clinic followed 600 long haulers. They found symptoms differ depending on the severity of the patient's COVID infection and whether they were hospitalized.
We saw that those patients who were previously hospitalized with severe pneumonia perform worse in tasks of processing speed, attention, and working memory.
More than 80% of patients in the study experienced brain fog, 70% had headaches, and more than half lost their sense of taste and smell. Bursma trained and ran in the Chicago Marathon last year, but believes her long COVID is here for the long run.
Do you anticipate having symptoms for even longer? I, at this point, feel like what I have is not going to go away.
Bursma says she's grateful to feel mostly back to herself and has a new perspective on her health. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
In the study, other long COVID symptoms included dizziness, insomnia, depression, and anxiety.
We're back with a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Have you envisioned a beautiful modern kitchen for your home? Choose from either white satin or stone gray, perhaps a wood tone, such as Kodiak or raw umber. Mad City Kitchens is your trusted source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Avoid the lengthy remodel, stay under budget, and transform your kitchen in style with installations in as little as 2 days. Ask about our price lock guarantee and don't wait to call. We're looking for 50 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. 50 homeowners who call now will receive free installation on a cabinet refacing project with no interest and no payments till 2025. Senior and military discounts. Plus last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Transform your yard into something you can be proud of. From initial design to complete finished installation, Maple Leaf will design a yard that'll be the envy of the neighborhood. Maple Leaf Landscaping, your year-round property care specialists. Just look for the orange leaf.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhafels. Tempur-Pedics are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Right now, you can get a Queen Tempur-Pedic mattress with an adjustable base for just $58 per month when you use Steinhaffel's special 72-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhaffel's cash. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, one sec.
But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus we'll give you an extra $200. US Cellular, built for us.
Superior, Wisconsin. It's a must-stop for people who enjoy the sweeter side of life.
Get your outdoor projects done right with Menards. With the best selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber and the inventory to back it up. Now is the time to get that outdoor project you've been meaning to get to done. Best yet, we've made it convenient for you to get in, out, and back to building. Right now at Menards, an 8-foot pressure-treated 2x4 is only $498 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
We've got a lot of news coming up. Signs of a UFO. The new video a top Pentagon official showed Congress today about a mysterious object flying over the Middle East. That and more news tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Gary's back. Final check.
Yeah, the last of the strong thunderstorms moving out of Dodge County, so that's good news. Things pretty quiet for now. Could see a few showers and storms start to pop up over the next 6 hours. Better chances arrive tomorrow morning. Current temperatures, severe thunderstorms right now with temperatures in the mid-30s over east central Wisconsin, but hail is the main threat. And we've seen some large hail reports. Here in Dane County, temperatures are not much warmer, only in the lower 40s.
Well, more updates at the top of the hour. The CBS Evening News is next.